these mysterious blues women was Lucille Bogan, who was born in Mississippi in 1897, but grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Bogan is an interesting character. Lucille had strong ties to the southern city's mobsters and thugs before migrating to Chicago in 1923, where she makes her first recordings. She was a provocative singer and talented songwriter. Lucille would focus on hardcore, risque, and controversial issues in her music. Now, her first 78 RPM records do not sell well, but Lucille tries again in 1927, this time for a major label, Paramount, with Alley Blues Boogie and Dark Angel becoming minor hits. Bogan's songwriting focused on explicit sexual themes, themes like prostitution, adultery, alcoholism, and drug abuse. Lucille fills her music with elements of female power and independence, and she assumes a tough woman stance in her music, with lots of songs that celebrate sex, drugs, crime, and murder. And Lucille Bogan becomes known as the queen of the dirty blues. These hardcore blues songs become something of a problem for her label, Paramount Records, which finally decides to drop her from the label. Lucille reappears several years later on the Brunswick label, releasing records under the name Jesse Jackson. This is around 1932 to 1935. Now, Brunswick Records was a lower-priced record label designed for sale in the 5 and 10 cent stores. And Brunswick was far less concerned about Lucille's bawdy style and far more concerned with her record sales. And her records do sell at this point. Lucille re-records some of her risque classics, even tackling the subject of lesbianism, with songs like Women Won't Need No Men and Bull Dyke Woman Blues. Bogan had a big-voiced shouting style, and she sang compelling blues songs that celebrated uninhibited female sexuality with a sense of female empowerment. Some of her songs, like Shave 'Em Dry, still has the power to shock and surprise listeners even today. Now, according to most blues historians, her career comes to a tragic end in 1936 when she is killed in an automobile accident during a visit to New York City. Some scholars, however, insist that Lucille Bogan returned to Alabama and formed a group called Bogan's Birmingham Busters, performing live with the band and managing them, but never appearing on their records. Others believe that she moved to the West Coast and died in L.A. circa 1947. The often conflicting and contradictory stories and legends concerning the ultimate fates or ultimate deaths of these talented and obscure blues women, Bessie Tucker, Fannie Mae Gooseberry, and Lucille Bogan, well, basically remains one of the greatest mysteries of blues legend. A mystery that rivals even the eternal question, who killed Robert Johnson? All right, with that thought, we're going to close part one of our two-part program, Women and the Blues.